So very good morning students. So in the previous class, so we finished about a prism and refractive index of a prism also finished. So for that refractive index of a prism, mu is equal to sine of a plus delta by 2 by sine of a by 2, or we can also say instead of delta we can take as a delta m or dm also, because it is a minimum deviation position. So on that basis we also finished about a related to the some problems also we finished, that is related to the prism related. Now let us will see other one is there, that is related to the prism only, that is a dispersion of prism. So what is mean by a dispersion? So the dispersion of prism in the sense is, let us you take a minimum deviation position of a prism. The prism is placed. So the prism is have three refracting surfaces. So for each refracting surface, when light is incident on the each refracting surface, therefore light is propagated from one refracting surface to another refracting surface. Now let us coming to the point is, let you take a one white light. See, there is a white light is enters. It is you say white light entering at a one refracting surface, when it is incident at a one refracting surface. Therefore there it is to be what happens, so that the light is divided into the prism. There is it is divided as 7 colors. See, it is an original ray of direction, so that the light ray when it is incident on the other refracting surface, therefore the light is divided into 7 colors. Dividing of 7 color is nothing but a dispersion. When a white light is propagated through the prism, therefore the light is divided as 7 colors. The 7 colors which we can call the dividing 7 colors are nothing but a dispersion. So that we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that the 7 colors will come like this. So which is it is will get the patch of 7 color on the screen. The patch of 7 color is nothing but we can call as the spectrum. And you remember, refractive index of a prism is different for a different wavelength of a light. Refractive index of a prism for different wavelength of a light. When therefore the light is propagated like this, when light is incident at a point on the prism, therefore light is divided into 7 colors, and which forms a VIBGR, or we can call as the 7 colors. So that here you see, that is divided as a VIBGR. No, you say violet to red, we can say like this, V to R, violet, indigo, and here this is I, and it is B, G, Y, O, R. VIBGR we can say, VIBGYOR. So VIBGR, it is the 7 color, it is on the screen which forms a 7 colors like this. The patch of 7 colors we can call as the spectrum. The dividing of 7 colors which we can call as the dispersion of light. When a white light is propagated through the prism, therefore the light is divided into 7 colors, so that the 7 colors which we can say it is divided to be like this. Clear? It is divided to be like this. So patch of 7 color we can call as a spectrum, and dividing of 7 color is nothing but a dispersion of light. And here you remember violet, actually violet is deviates more and the red is deviates is less. There is a refractive index of, see, remember, it is a violet color is refraction is takes, deviation is takes more. Suppose you take like this, so that it is a deviation for a violet color deviation, and here another color is there, that color we can say red color, and here it is a red color deviation, we can say like this. So remaining all colors are, it is to be adjusted between the violet and red. Of course the deviation for the violet is more. Here you write deviation is violet is greater than deviation of red color, first point. And you remember, compare now let us compare the wavelengths. See, wavelength of a red color is greater than wavelength of a violet, because wavelength of a red color is more than the remaining all other colors. That's what we are using the red color as the danger, because that can propagate say long distances instead of all other colors. If you take a violet color, that violet cannot propagate the more distance. That's what it is, a red color wavelength is more, no? Then the red color we can use as the red signals, like that we can take. So that here violet is deviates more, red color is deviates is less, but the wavelength of a red color is more and the violet color is wavelength is less. and there is a one formula is there, that is delta is equal to mu minus 1 into A. That's what it is. So delta directly proportional to mu minus 1, we can say it is a deviation, it is a refractive index for the like this. Clear? And coming to the point is, it is a dispersion and about a spectrum of white light divided into 7 colors, which we can call spectrum like this. And coming to the point is, there is a normal dispersion is there as well as anomalous dispersion. Normal and anomalous dispersion. Sir, what is normal dispersion? Normal dispersion in the sense is the splitting of 7 colors, which follows a Vibgr rule. That Vibgr rule in the sense is VIB, right here you write like this, VIB GYOR. If that splitting of 7 color, if it is follows a Vibgr rule, that we can call as the it is a normal dispersion, because there are two types of dispersions are there. One we can say normal dispersion, and one more we can say anomalous dispersion. So in this normal dispersion in the senses, it is follows the Vibgr rule, then we can call as the normal dispersion. Suppose if another one is there, that we can say anomalous dispersion. So anomalous dispersion in the senses that does not follows the rule. See, that does not follows this one. Which one? It does not follows the rule of Vibgr, which we can call as the anomalous dispersion. One we can say normal. Normal usually follows the Vibgr rule, and anomalous dispersion is nothing but it does not follows the Vibgr rule. So which we can call as the dispersions are two, no? In that one is normal, and one more is we can say about like this, which we can call as the related to dispersion of prism. Clear? So that it is a clear explanation related to the Vibgr colors. Now let us, we have another one is there, that is angular dispersion. You say angular dispersion. Angular dispersion, that is theta. Sir, what is angular dispersion? See, angular dispersion is nothing but so the difference between the angle of deviations of any two pair of colors. See, the dispersion, that is angular dispersion, is nothing but it is the differences between any two pair of colors. That means the difference between any two pair of color, that we can say extreme colors. Extreme colors are what there? Here one is the red and one more is the violet. For these two colors you take a difference. So which we can call as the angular dispersion. Angular dispersion in the sense is the difference between any two mean colors, any two mean color difference, that is delta V is equal to mu V minus 1 into A is the equation 1, and delta R, because there are two only extreme colors are there, one is the violet and another one is the red color. So that here you say mu R minus 1 into A, this is the equation 2. For this two difference you take, if you take a difference of between these two, then we'll get the angular dispersion. So that the angular dispersion theta is equal to delta V minus delta R. So delta V is nothing but mu V minus 1 into A minus mu R minus 1 into A. So that here theta is equal to mu V, right? Here generally we can take mu V, mu A minus A, here also mu R, right? A plus A cancel. So delta theta is equal to mu V minus mu R into A. This is related to the angular dispersion. So the any two extreme colors you take, any two, not like we can take like this only, not like that, you take any two extreme colors, and here it is depend on the nature of the material, material of the prism, which on angular dispersion is depends on nature of the material of the prism. Therefore angular dispersion is nothing but it is the differences between any two extreme colors. That's what you take like this, any two extreme colors. There are two extreme colors are there, violet and red color are the extreme colors. If you take like this, therefore we'll get a theta is equal to mu V minus mu R into A. This is about a theta. It is related to angular dispersion. About this we can say like this. Clear? Now coming to the next one, in this same prism only we have dispersive power. So the dispersive power is nothing but it is very simple, that is it is a ratio of dispersive power in the sense is omega. It is the ratio of, see, we can say like this, angular dispersion of any two colors, it is the ratio of angular dispersion of any two colors to their mean value, their mean color. We can call as the mean or their mean color. That is angular dispersive power, you say angular dispersive power, that is omega. That omega is defined as, it is the ratio of, we can say like this, it is the ratio of, see, angular dispersion of any two colors to their mean color. Their mean color we can call, which we can say it is the angular dispersion power. Dispersive power in the sense is omega. So we can define as the ratio of angular dispersion of any two extreme colors. That's what angular dispersion of any two extreme colors are. We can say it is a theta is equal to delta V minus delta R, violet and red color. And their mean color you take, mean in the sense is add by 2. For this violet and red color, mean color is, we can say yellow color. So the here you write related to angular dispersive power, omega is equal to, we can say like this, it is a angular dispersion of any two extreme colors, that is delta V minus delta R by, here mean color is nothing but we can say delta V plus delta R by 2, their mean color, their mean. So that delta V plus delta R by 2 is nothing but we can take as the delta Y, that is yellow color. Omega is equal to delta V minus delta R by delta Y also we can. So this is nothing but what it is. It is about a dispersive power of a any two extreme colors. And delta V is nothing but of course we know mu V minus 1 into A, and here delta R is nothing but we know, we can say like mu R minus 1 into A, and delta Y is nothing but a mu Y yellow minus 1 into A. Suppose these values here you substitute, will get the another expression like this, angular dispersive power. Angular dispersive power, yes, omega is equal to delta V is, we can write directly mu V minus mu R after simplification by A, and here delta Y is nothing but mu Y minus 1 into A. Suppose you cancel this, omega is equal to mu V minus mu R by mu Y minus 1. This is about a omega. This is about a omega, which we can call as the relation to dispersive power, angular dispersion and dispersion as well as the spectrum. See, this is all related to prism related questions only. Clear? And you remember these are the very, very important for the IPE examination. On this basis, we have two very short answers questions also. Clear? So this is pure related to dispersive power and dispersion and angular dispersion. Clear? Now let us, we'll move to the next one. On this basis only, again we have, see, there is a combinations of prisms are there. So that is combinations of prisms are nothing but a, suppose there is an achromatic prism. Sir, what is mean by achromatic? I'll tell you, achromatic in the sense is, if two prisms are joined, suppose if two prisms are joined together, see, achromatic prism, deviation without a dispersion. So the deviation will be there, but without a dispersion, that we can call as the achromatic. Achromatic in the sense is, remember, we'll get the deviation, but will not get the dispersion. Dispersion in the sense is, will not get the 7 colors. When two prisms are joined, the two prisms you take like this, one prism, right angled prism, you take a one crown glass prism, it is a one crown, it is a one right angled prism, you take another one right angled prism which are joined, it is a prism 1 you say, and it is a prism 2 is joined. See, this is we can call as a crown glass, this we can call as a plint glass prism. See, achromatic in the sense is, here you remember, it takes a deviation, but it does not give the dispersion. It does not give the dispersion, which we can call as the achromatic. See, when there is a white light is enters, like this, there is a white light is enters, clear? Therefore, it is the original ray which propagates like this. Inside, you remember, the colors are divided as 7. See, inside the prism, it takes a 7 colors. Then after that, which may goes like this. See, again it is incident at a one point and which may be parallel to the incident ray. Will not get any dispersion. Here there is no dispersion, which we can call as the achromatic prism. we can call as achromatic prism it is. See, this is achromatic, there is a deviation is there, but without any dispersion. Deviation in the sense is this is the delta. Deviation is there, but there is no 7 colors. Is there any 7 colors or it is coming out from the prism? When the two prisms are joined together, therefore will not get a dispersion, but there will get a deviation which we can call as the achromatic prism. In this case what happens, delta is not equal to 0, yes it is not equal to 0, but theta is equal to 0 we can say, because there is no dispersion, but there is a deviation is there. So this type of we can call as the achromatic we can say. So that we can also take like this, theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to 0. The theta 1 in the sense is you take mu v minus 1 into a, and theta 2 you take as it is mu r minus 1 into a. Yes. So which we can say like this, and we'll get the any two colors, theta 1 and theta 2. So this is which we can call as the achromatic in the senses we can say there is no dispersion, but we have only deviation. Clear? It is nothing but achromatic. And another one is there that we can say dispersion without deviation. See, dispersion is there, but without deviation. That these two prisms, you remember, in this case also the prisms are prepared for the particular angle of prisms only. These prisms are prepared with the particular angles. Therefore, will not get like this. So now next one also same. Here in this case what I told you, no dispersion with a deviation. Now the next case there is a dispersion is there, but without a deviation, which we can call as the prism without a deviation, but we can call direct vision prism. This is we can call as a direct vision prism. Direct vision of prism it is. Very simple. In this case what happens, again you take a two prisms which are joined together, and the one prism we can say crown, and one more we can say plinth. So which are joined like this. Clear? When the ray of light, it is you say prism 1 and it is you say prism 2. When the white light is enters, and there will be a deviation will be like this. Original it is a ray, therefore the light is divided into 7 colors, and which may go 7 colors, and will come out like it is incident at the other end of the prism, and it is divided as 7 colors. Yes, here is the dispersion is there. Yes, dispersion is there, but no deviation. The deviation will be what happens, it is 0. In this case delta is equal to 0, but theta is not equal to 0. Of course we can write delta 1 plus delta 2 is equal to 0. Yes, this is the related to direct prism. That is, one prism is it is made of with a crown, and one more we can say plinth, F-L-I-N-T, plinth glass prism. When the white light is propagated, in this both the cases you observe here, in this case no dispersion, here is the dispersion is there, but without a deviation. Here is the deviation is there, but without a dispersion. So these are the two types of prisms are there. One we can say achromatic, one we can say direct vision of prism. Clear? It is related to the prisms, the combination of prisms will be like this. Clear? And here, see, we'll go for the next one. On the basis of this 7 colors, I'll tell you about a rainbow, which is very, very important for 4 marks. Rainbow in the sense is, in general we can see the rainbow. See, one side should be one side should be rain, and other side should be sunshine. Then only we'll get the rainbow. Sir, how will get the rainbow? Yes, the rainbow will be forms like this. Very simple. I'll show you the rainbow. It is for 4 marks. It is also rainbow will occur because of the dispersion, because of the scattering of light. Clear? Because of the scattering of light, and because of the refraction and reflection also. See, the rainbow is possible due to the dispersion, due to the scattering, due to the reflection, and due to the refraction. So the rainbow is possible. Sir, how will get the rainbow? I'll tell you. Suppose there is a sun like this. One side should be sunshine, and here one side should be rain should fall. rain is falling like this. It is a rain falling. You say rain, it is a sunshine. And in between the sunshine and the rain, if the observer is there, yes, which we can see the rainbow after the rain, yes, we'll get a rainbow here. A rainbow in the sense is, again it is falls a like 7 colors. It forms a rainbow which we can see usually it is in the summer season. At the end of the summer season usually we can see, because by the time only rain will fall. In the month of May, like that we can. Sometimes in the rainy season also we can see, but it is a less times we will get the rainbow. So the rainbow is forms because of the situation like this. One side should be sunshine, other side should be rain, and in between the sun and rain, if the observer is there, therefore we can see the rainbow like this. And coming to the point is, in this rainbow, actually we have two types of rainbows are there. One we can say it is a primary rainbow, and another one we can say secondary rainbow. Sir, what is the primary rainbow? Primary in the sense is, you remember, when a rain or when a sunlight is enters into a raindrops, therefore that is takes a 2 refractions and 1 reflection, which is very simple. I'll tell you. See, there are 2 types of rainbows are there. One we can say primary, we can call. So the primary in the sense is, in this case it takes a 2 refractions and one is total internal reflection, TIR. How will get the rainbow? Look at this is for primary, I am telling. So the primary, for you take a rain, which is raindrop. When there is a light is entering into the raindrop, that you say the light rays enters into the rain like this. It is a sunlight entering into the rain. Therefore, that may be divided as like this, and it is a reflection like this. It is takes. It is 1 refraction. It is, you say 1 refraction, and it is 1 reflection. So the ray of light which is going like this. 1 reflection, total internal reflected, because it is also depend on critical angle only. Therefore, the light is come out, and when the observer is here, is observing like this. Therefore, he may observe the rainbow like this. Yes, there will be a violet color and there will be a red color. Will get like this. Violet is, it is up, and red is outside, or we can say violet is inside and red color is outside, so that it is remaining colors are adjusted in between the violet and red color, which we can see the rainbow. Here in this case what happens, it takes a 2 refractions. It is a 1 refraction and it is a 1 reflection, only reflection it is, and here another refraction. That's what in case of a primary will get a 2 refractions and 1 reflection, which forms a like this. And here you remember, it is purely depend on the critical angle only. Primary it is. Let us will move to the next one, that is the secondary rainbow. Sir, how will get the secondary rainbow? Of course, for secondary rainbow we can say like this. Secondary rainbow, in this case it takes a 2 refractions and 2 internal reflections. Here you take a raindrop here. So the way ray of light is entering into the drop, sunlight it is, of course. Therefore, the ray which is takes a 1 reflection and it is another reflection, and it is come out like this. It is a 1 refraction, it is a 1 reflection, and here another reflection. Look at here. Therefore, it is divided as the 7 colors like this. In this, for this it is will get the reverse. Now red color is at the top and the violet color is, it is bottom. So there are 2 types of rainbows are there, and remaining all colors are adjusted between these 2 colors. One is the primary rainbow, one more is the secondary rainbow. So the primary will be violet color is top and red color is bottom, and here secondary rainbow, red color is top and violet color is bottom. So these are the types of rainbows. Here it is, one is a primary and one more is a secondary rainbow, which is usually possible. One side should be sunshine, other side should be rainfall. Then only we can observe the rainbow. So these are the rainbow types. Clear? It is related to the splitting of 7 colors only. Splitting of 7 colors are like a spectrum, which we can say like this. Clear? So these all related to rainbow and etc. Okay, this is about a like this. right? And you go through the rainbow, because rainbow question is related to 4 marks question, because usually they are asking the rainbow, as well as why sun appeared red in the morning and in the evening. Already I had explained you about why sun morning and evening it is reddish. Already we finished that question. It is also due to the scattering, it is also due to the red light wavelength is more, and it is below the origin. Above the origin, what is happening, already I told you very clear in the last classes. So you go through that question, why sun appeared red in the morning and in the evening. This is the one question. And one more question is a rainbow, how the rainbow will form. Clear? It is the 2 questions. You go through the 2 questions. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next class. Thank you.